resources, inspiring interviews, business practices, and practical advice to take your art career to the next level. Join Sergio Gomez in today's Artist Next Level and get ready to take control of your career.
Well, hello, my next level friend. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Artist Next Level podcast. This is a special edition episode in which I am interviewing artists from around the world as they are stuck at home during the coronavirus lockdown. Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Breakfast with Sergio show. And today, as you know, we're doing this special edition. And today, I'm super excited because I have with me Ariane Kamps from Penticton in the west coast of Canada. She's joining us today to tell her story on how she's adapting, her studio practice as an artist, also staying at home. So Ariane, welcome to the show. Super happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, it's always good to connect and meet more artists as we go all together through this situation. And you and I, we met through social media, which is one of the platforms I think a lot of us are using right now to connect, and to find new friends, make new friends, and seems like right now we are all in the same boat, so it makes it a lot easier to make this type of connections. Don't you agree?
For sure. Yeah, I found that I've had some really good connections over social media and over Instagram, and I've met some great friends that I've been able to connect with daily.
Right. That's awesome. That's great. So you are in the west coast of Canada.
I am.
Let us know a little bit, what's the situation there for you? In terms of how long you guys been on lockdown and how has it affected, daily life?
Well, basically from spring break, we've been on lockdown, and I happen to live in kind of a rural part of BC. So that's nice because it doesn't take much to get out of town. And our family, I have 5 kids and we homeschool. So we were kind of already set up for this really well. And we've been taking, little trips just to the outskirts of town and, going for walks and going for hikes and things like that. But Canada in general is sort of the last to get anything. Okay. And we're right at the tail end of it. I think that BC was one of the harder hit areas because we do a lot of trade, and I think that's good contributor. That's why, But it's still like I see the numbers in other places, and they're much higher than here. Okay. So are you guys? I know. Wishing you all to be safe there. Now, are you guys on a strict lockdown, or are like shops and businesses closed, or Yeah, so everything that's non-essential is closed. That's been really hard for a lot of the small businesses here. We're actually a tourist town, so we don't really have any industry in Penticton other than the tourism industry. So that's kind of hard for a lot of businesses, and I think a lot of businesses were feeling the pinch anyway before. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people won't be opening their doors. Yeah,
totally. And so now, so you have 5 kids, right? You said?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, that is crazy. So what is the age range?
So my oldest, she'll be 12 soon, and my youngest will be 5 soon. So they're all kind of really close together, and they're like a wolf pack. They just they love to hang out together. So that's good. Right. So
and that's awesome. So and as an artist, then you have your studio at home, which is that's where you are in right now.
Exactly. Yes. Through the advice of people like yourself and other artists I've seen, I've built my art practice on this online model to begin with, so that I can be home, so that I can work around my family. And this year in particular, I really felt like it was important to kind of pull back from trying to get into galleries and trying to get into these other places where I had to send work out. And I've really been focusing on the online model, and I found that so rewarding now in this time to already have like a framework that's built there for this.
I love that. I love that because again, this is something that as it came, you were already set. You were already set at home. You had your work. You had a framework in which you provide your work to clients through online, which fortunately, we still have the web, and that's how we're all connecting and conducting business. And that is great because when this came, the disruption, was not as critical as maybe someone who may have, to travel to go to their studio or be, so something that got completely, now out of the list. Yeah.
And I think too, it's that my audience knows where to find me. My audience is online primarily. And so that's been great. They know I'm here and they can connect with me here. And so, yeah, it was really good. And I mean, my kids do school online. I work online. So it was like we're built for this.
Yeah, like we can do this together. Exactly.
Yeah. So it actually hasn't been bad.
That's awesome. So tell me also, how this has affected in the way, that you actually market your art, or what are some of the things that you've been doing right now in this season to stay connected with your audience and maybe a type of offers or ideas that you are doing with them?
Well, so in March, when this all kind of went down, because it started around spring break for us, I'd already committed to doing like a daily art challenge.
Oh, nice.
So I was doing this daily art anyway, and it was very pop culture centric. And so I think that's already an easy way to connect with people, stories that they enjoy. And so after I'd been doing this and all of this started happening, I just really focused in and made that like a focal point for, yes, every day I'm going to do my best work, because today might be all you have. Right. So I've really been focusing on doing like daily work and doing some paintings that are important to me and really pushing to do like my best work. So I found that people really were connecting to those things, and really my community, my local art community too, like it's been a lot of people in my town have really been supporting what I've been doing and purchasing these. I'm focusing on small works at the moment. So something I can do in the time that I have each day. And I've been just so blessed, and I'm so thankful that I have people around me who care, because it's been really, really good for my family and really good for my art practice. Being able to sell these daily works.
Right. And I think that's a wonderful lesson, because sometimes artists throughout this time, they're like, well, should I still, promote? Should I still market my art? And I think the answer is yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Acknowledge what's happening in the world right now. Don't ignore that, because I think that's important. Be more of who you are, which I think is exactly what you are doing with your audience. From what I have been watching, you're using your stories as well. You're showing up to your audience in an authentic way. And people, because you're also providing an offer that is accessible, at a price point level as well, then people a lot of times, they want to participate, they want to help, they want to be part of what you are doing. And if you were just hiding out, then it would make things a lot more difficult.
For sure. And I think especially with April, now I'm done with like the pop culture thing. That was fun, but I really want to connect to people on, like you say, an authentic level. And so April, what I'm focusing on is my followers, my friends, people who are telling me how they're feeling, what they're going through. I'm going to create my daily works about them, like marrying an image to what they're feeling, and sharing on that basis. So I think I am hoping that it'll be like a cathartic way for people to remember this time, because and want to remember it in a it was not fun, but make something beautiful out of that. And so it's kind of my vision is sort of to create something beautiful out of the ashes.
Absolutely. Beautifully said. And I think also people who we are connected with right now, we are providing something meaningful to them, they're going to remember us, when this whole thing is over. And so I think artists are really positioned in a place where we can do that, provide the thing that we do best, which is our art, our expression, so that we can bring also, that to others. And when others connect to us and they, connect with us now, when this is over, they will remember, they will remember Ariana. So, and, they will continue following you and doing more of what you are already doing. So I think that it's a win-win on both sides, I believe.
Yes, I think so.
Now, I think we can also learn from you something, because you are a pro at working with 5 kids at home, right? And having your studio at home. So give us some tips on, for many of our friends who are like, I'm not used to being at home with my family and so on. What are some of the pro tips that you have to be able to get work done in the studio while you still take care of your family?
Well, I focus my time mostly in, if I'm doing things during the day, it's, I'll give the kids something to do, like eat a meal or here, watch this quick video, and I'll set up whatever I'm going to do later. And I generally I do my focusing painting time at night when they're in bed, or maybe they're reading or whatever. And so if I were, say I was going to do a painting, I would do all the prep work, all like layers of gesso and things like that.
In between.
When they're, like during the day. And so then it's ready to go at night, and I'll do, whatever I'm going to do generally in a couple of hours. I try to keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it short.
Yeah.
But I think just embracing the fact that, you're not going to get everything done, there's, and getting your family to help you, you guys, you want to watch a video, let's watch a video and fold the laundry at the same time, or, right. Just getting them to do more really helps in the long run. Excellent. And I think it's part of their education too, right? They need to know how to take care of themselves too.
Wonderful. I think those are really, really awesome, kind of tips that can help us, as well as now we are all kind of working from home. Particularly. I love that idea of during the day or in between the day, just do some of those mundane things that we have to in the studio, the gessoing, the prepping and things like that. And then at night, when it's quiet, and that's your studio time, really, where you can focus and really do the work that requires your full attention. Love that strategy. I think that's great. Thank you for sharing. Well, Ariana, thank you so much for welcoming us in your home studio. For our friends who would like to find you on Instagram and social media, website, whatever you want to share with us, that would be awesome.
My Instagram is Ariane Kamps. So Ariane, and then Kamps with a K, Kamps. And then it's the same for my website, arianekamps.com.
Awesome. Well, my friends, make sure that you connect with Ariana. Send her a quick message. If you like this episode, if you want to see what she's doing, of course, check her out and follow her on Instagram. That's where we met. That's where we connected. Thank you for watching, my friends. Thank you, Ariana, for your time.
Thank you, Sergio.
Really fun. Absolutely. And to all our friends, thank you so much for watching. We had a great time. Please share this episode with your friends. If you're on Instagram, share in your stories. Let us know in the comment sections how you like it. And, thank you so much for being here. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Check out our website at www.theartistnextlevel.com, where you will find our podcast library, learn about our upcoming webinars, find resources relevant to your career, and much more. Thanks for listening to today's podcast, and we'll see you at the next level.